Hey everybody, David here from Payette4.com and Upphone.com, and in this video we're going to help you decide which iPhone 12 you should buy. Now, of course, the iPhone 12 mini and the iPhone 12 Pro Max are not out yet, so we decided to be a little resourceful with this iPhone 5 and this model of an iPhone 11 Pro Max, and in the center, that's actually an iPhone 12.
But it should be enough to help you make an informed decision. So, the original release, Apple released the iPhone 12 Pro and the iPhone 12. Both of them have exactly the same form factor, exactly the same screen size. I can't tell you how many people I've heard say that the iPhone XS, this is an iPhone XS, or the iPhone 11 Pro was too big for them. And they liked the old iPhone SE, not the iPhone SE 2. A lot of people are sort of disappointed by the iPhone SE 2 because it's essentially an iPhone 6 and it's bigger than the original one. The iPhone 12 mini is going to be this size, but the whole thing is going to be screen, which is amazing. I think that this is going to be a great phone for a lot of people. Apple is definitely sort of acknowledging this design with the flat edges, and it's going to be a great phone. I mean, that's what I think people should get if price is a concern, and especially if size is a concern, if you don't like a bigger phone. And what I want to say is that I sort of miss the XS or the 11 Pro form factor compared to the iPhone 12 or the iPhone 12 Pro. It's not a big difference in terms of actual screen real estate, but in terms of like the way it feels and the weight of it, it's a lot less bricky. A lot less bricky than the iPhone 12 or 12 Pro.
Yeah, the iPhone 12 mini, speaking of price, starts at $699, only $100 cheaper than the 12, so the price consideration there, it's not that wide of a range. And some quick specs about the 12 mini, 5.4 inch display, as you said. It's got the two rear 12 megapixel cameras, which is kind of the difference between the 12 and the 12 Pro. One of the big differences is the two cameras versus the triple camera. And up to 256 gigabytes of storage space. That's on the lower end, especially for premium smartphones, but I think 128 is more than enough for most people.
I think so too. So if price is not a consideration, I would say, between these two phones, just, go up, choose your size because they are pretty similarly priced. If price is a consideration and you're choosing between the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 12 Pro, get the iPhone 12. It's essentially the same phone, it just doesn't have the third zoom camera. Unless you explicitly need that third camera, get the iPhone 12. It's a great phone, pretty much exactly the same in every other way.
Yeah, it starts at $799, 6.1 inch display. As you said, really good phone.
Yeah, so let's talk about the big boy.
Big boy, the big one, 12 Pro Max. I feel like the phones are getting so big to an almost unworkable degree. They are mini tablets now.
They are, and you have to use your imagination because the iPhone 12 Pro Max is actually bigger than the iPhone 11 Pro Max.
Yep.
6.7 inch display. It's also going to not have the rounded edges. It's going to be a little bit more bricky. Mm-hmm. If you really like having a big phone, that a lot of people do, maybe they watch movies, maybe they like the fact that the keyboard is bigger so it's a little bit easier to type on, for whatever reason, this is a good phone.
Yeah, one of the things that I've just been noticing, we've been getting new phones, and as we've been trying some of the bigger ones, I can't reach the top of the screen anymore. It's weird.
Yeah, I know, it's new for us.
Yeah.
We usually are, we're used to that. It's humbling.
Yeah. So the 12 Pro Max starts at $1099, which it's way up there. That's gonna be too much for a lot of people.
I think so. I don't think it's really worth the extra 0.6 inches.
Yeah.
For me anyway. But if you like the big phone, if you like having the best of the best, if you got money to burn, that's the one. For me, I'd be happy with the iPhone 12 mini. Like, I might actually consider getting that phone because this is kind of blocky, it's kind of big. I might pick one up, David.
Yeah, one thing we should also say about the 12 Pro and the 12 Pro Max is that they have the 512 gigabyte variant, and the base model is 128. So if you need more storage space, that might be a consideration for you between the 12 and the 12 Pro. But iPhone 12 Pro Max still doesn't have the 1 terabyte version that some Samsung phones have, which people are a little bit disappointed by. I don't get that concern, but
you know what I bet? I bet Apple was afraid that if they launched the 12 and the 12 mini at the same time, that everybody would buy the 12 mini. Because the 12 is like, I think people are gonna love the 12 mini. It's like the perfect phone. It's what the iPhone SE2 should have been. But it's not. Really, it should have been that.
Yeah, one other thing we should talk about with the iPhone 12, obviously, these are the first 5G iPhones, and 5G isn't a big consideration here because they all have 5G. But if you're thinking about upgrading from your 11 or your 10S to a 12 based solely on 5G, I don't think that's a good enough reason to do it.
I think so too. Yeah, and if you really don't like your new iPhone 12, I would be happy to trade you for any one of these. I mean, you name it.
Yeah.
You want a model of an iPhone 11 Pro Max? Want an iPhone 5? Still works.
Still works. A little rusty, but it works.
I don't think it might not work.
Battery's dead.
Battery's dead.
We're going to leave links to more in-depth reviews about each of these 4 phones in the description section of this video. You can compare the price on different carriers. Some carriers are offering, buy one, get one deal. Some are reducing the price by $100 to be a little bit more competitive. Most carriers have trade-in offers. If you have the 11 Pro, you trade it in, get a discount on your 12 Pro, but really...
These are the same... I'm sorry.
Go for it.
These are the same height. These two phones, right? This one has a headphone jack.
Yep.
They could have put a headphone jack in the iPhone 12 Pro.
They're never going back to the headphone jack.
I know they're not, but the reason that they couldn't was because the other phones were thinner. Now they're thicker again.
Yep.
Lucky they got rid of it.
Yeah, so I hope this video helped you decide which iPhone 12 you should buy. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Leave a comment down below if you have any other questions about the iPhone 12 line of phones. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more great videos about iPhones.